Got some nice big shrimp. I know across the Atlantic, some of you call it prawns. And let me just show you what I did was, these are nice and big. I cut them down the middle here. I removed all the vein. I deveined it. And we want to leave it in the shell. And when you're doing it, you want to cut it all the way down so you can open it up. We're sort of butterflying them. Wash it with the juice of a lemon and cool water, pat it dry. We have it in a roasting dish now, and it's time to season it up. And the seasoning itself is pretty basic. We've got fresh ground black pepper, and I highly recommend using fresh ground black pepper when you're cooking. Yo, it takes things to a different level. And I've got sea salt. But we're not done there. So we'll just push this aside for a second. And here I have 2.5 tablespoons of butter, which I melted down. To that, I'm going to add some parsley. And if you want to put this into a food processor and do that, you can certainly do that. I've got here 1 scallion that's chopped up. We've got about 6 cloves of garlic that I chopped up. And the whole idea here is to make this as garlicky as possible. That is where all that nice flavor is going to live. And speaking about flavor, I just love using thyme. So that's just the leaves of some thyme. We also need, I like to give it a kick. So I have here 2 of these bird's eye or bird pepper. Chopped up seeds and everything. Remove the seeds if you're really concerned about the heat. And I've got here the juice of half of a lemon. I'm just catching the seeds in there. Let that drain down inside there. We caught them into the rubbish. And all we're gonna do at this point now is give that a good mix. And it's pretty much a compound butter that you're making here. You can chill this, keep it in your freezer, and every time you want to do this, it works great on lobster as well. It will work great on fish, any sort of seafood dish. So you can have it there and then boom bam, you just melt it, boom bam, onto your fish or your seafood, and you're good to go. So then all we're gonna do is to pour that directly onto the shrimp like so. Gonna use the spoon or a brush or whatever you got, and just make sure all that nice flesh is covered in that nice garlicky butter herb. Yo, it's just pure flavors up in here, boy. It's just wickedness with spite. All that's gonna melt and go in there, and it's just pure happiness happening to the shrimp or prawn. If you wanted to do lobster tails, as I said, yo, rock what you got, yeah. And you know, Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm just saying, hey, organize this, and yeah, you're inside that. Boom, boom, ding, 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 ding. I'm not gonna comment anymore before my video gets flagged, but you know what I mean. Just before I put it into the oven, you got to set your oven to the broil setting, which is in my case 525 degrees, and you're gonna put this onto the broiler. I like going with a bit more flavor, so I've got some fresh thyme. I'm just gonna tuck some thyme in there, just like so. That's just gonna perfume it while it's in the oven. And you can't go wrong with seafood and lemon. You know, you put some lemon slices in there, and voila. Things happening. That is it. Into the oven now. Depending on the size of the shrimp that you use, or if you're using lobster tail, it can take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. In my case here, I had it go for 7 minutes. Sup, soldiers? Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me. Email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, them butts will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pot. I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie. Prior to serving, I guess as soon as it comes out of the oven, another couple things I like doing is I like to tip the baking container, get some of that butter, pour it back right onto the scrimps, like so. Oi, you're adding back all that juicy flavor to there. Now, and don't sleep on that butter on the bottom down there. You see bread? Bread and that butter is your best friend. A nice crusty A. The other thing I like to finish it off with, a bit more fresh lemon juice. Just to brighten things up and any sort of fishy kind of backsideness. And some parsley. Yeah, went a little bit heavy there. Chris here, CaribbeanPod.com. Always a pleasure having you guys here in the kitchen with me. We did, I want to call it grilled. You can do this on the oven and on your barbecue outside. But technically we broiled it. Grilling sounds so much more sexy. But anyhow, oh, wrong way. Let me go in. Let's go in. And you can take a peek at that. Just look at that niceness now.